Good morning, my friends. Welcome into the Run Your Day podcast. As always, Dan Hafner joining you here this morning. Today's topic is this, my friends: want versus need. As always, thank you all for joining. Sit back, relax, and enjoy today's episode. So, today, just kind of wanted to come on here and share a little bit of a revelation I got off of a different webinar that I was on this week. That's the thing that if you guys haven't noticed already, I do a lot of outside learning. Always constantly trying to get involved in different things. I subscribe to a lot of different, different people's content. If you haven't done that already, I've done it over the course of years. I get a lot of extra email, but that's one of the things. Like you always being exposed to different people's content, you just get different ideas of what to talk about, and different ways to think about things and different ways to see things. And I encourage you, if you haven't signed up for a lot of different people's, things like Michael Hyatt, Tony Robbins, Brendan Bouchard, Grant Cardone, Ed Milet. There's a whole bunch of people out there that you can sign up for and get, access to their things, and it just kind of spurs your thoughts. So anyway, I went on a little tangent to start that, but today we're going to talk about want versus need. And this is the topic of really scarcity versus abundance, right? And you can have financial conversations with this. You can have this, really kind of applies to any domain of your life, really. Now, it's easiest to explain in terms of money, but I'll try to kind of apply it throughout the domains of life, right? You have the concept of scarcity, which is never enough, meaning you're always pushing towards what you need. And then you have the concept of abundance, which is moving towards what you want and having more than enough, right? So we'll start with scarcity, right? If you're in scarcity in an area of your life, let's call it finances. You're in scarcity. You don't have enough money. You can barely pay your bills. You have to be frugal about what you buy and what you eat, and you just maybe have a job where you don't make a whole lot of money. Like, I've been in this situation. I'm still in this situation, right? And you're always moving towards what you need. Your mind is always just saying, like, okay, if I need, say it's $4,000 a month or $3,500 a month or whatever your number might be, just to make your bill payments, like, your life is going to manifest that's all you're going to need. Like, that's all you're going to be able to bring into your life, unless you get really lucky, right? But you're always constantly, your mind's just saying, like, okay, this is all we need to survive, so let's just make this, and then we're done. We're good, right? This kind of works in relationships too. Like, if you just say, okay, I just need to have a conversation with my significant other once a day, give them a kiss, whatever we got to do, like, boom, okay, that's it. We're good. I'm good. We're satisfied. That's all we need. Right. And the problem with this is you never actually move towards what you really want. You suppress a lot of the things that you want in this situation, whether it's a relationship, your fitness, your money, right? Because honestly, we're all afraid to talk about it. We're afraid to talk about what we want. It's awkward to say that you want different things, because as soon as you step out of this zone saying, that you want more, we're shamed for that. We're shamed for wanting more. Like, why shouldn't I want more? Why shouldn't you want more out of life? That's why we're here, right? To have the best life that we possibly can. So on the other side of this, you have abundance, which is being in a place where you have more than enough. Maybe in finances, right? Like, you have plenty of money to cover your expenses. Say you live frugally and your expenses every month are $3,000. But you make $10,000 a month at your job or your business. Like, you are in abundance. You have plenty of money to go around. Now, say you're in a relationship, and you guys connect, you see each other, you work together, you have great chemistry. Like, you're in abundance because you have more than what you need to feel satisfied in that relationship. So this is moving towards where we want to be, right? Like, this is where you see, people that are happy, that have different, just in every area of their life, they're killing it, right? And the way they got there was because they focused on what they wanted, not what they needed, right? When you're in abundance, you're starting to move towards, like, I want to make $10,000 a month, rather than I only need to make $3,000 a month. So once I get there, I will just stop, right? I will just be like, well, that's good enough. Okay, we're done. Or I'll work towards a job that only pays me that, or whatever the situation might be, right? When you want to move towards abundance, you're moving towards a goal. So when you hit $5,000 a month, you don't stop, even though you have more than you need. You're like, okay, I'm still moving towards what I want. I want more of this. I want more of that. I want more of this. And it's not being greedy like a lot of people think it is. It's just being fulfilled. It's actually saying, like, you know what? Like, this is what I want. So I'm not going to stop until I actually get it, because that's what's going to make me happy. And I'm not saying that, you should just chase money to be happy. I'm talking about in every different area of your life, right? Like, say I want to be in really, really good shape, and I want to have, let's just say I want to get down, or I want to lose 20 pounds. Let's just call it that, right? So I only needed to lose 5 pounds to actually feel better, to look better, to be like, okay, like I feel a little bit better. I'm on point now, right? But that's not enough. I want to lose 20 pounds. Why? You have to find your why. Like that's yours. I can't answer that for you, right? And that's a big piece of moving towards what you actually want, is remembering that why. Because when need stops being present, it's easy to quit. That's one of the quotes I want you guys to remember for today. When need stops being present, it's easy to quit. It's harder to push towards the things that you want than it is to push towards the things you need. So if you can actually make your wants a need in your mind and trick yourself into thinking that, you're more likely to achieve them and to keep pushing towards them. Okay. So my question and my challenge for you guys for this episode as I wrap up is this: where in your life are you stuck in scarcity, working only towards what you need, and how can you move towards abundance and getting what you actually want? I'll repeat that. Where in your life are you in scarcity and working only towards what you need, rather than trying to get to abundance and working towards what you want? And how can you start doing that? So that's my question and my challenge for you all today. I really challenge you to think about this. This is a topic I by no means am an expert on, I will say, but it is something that I kind of learned, and I have been learning over and over, and it's really applicable in my life as well, which is why I wanted to come on here and talk about it with you guys. So as always, that's going to wrap up today's show. Thank you all for joining. Really, really appreciate you guys coming on here every time. Also, just kind of wanted to also plug this as well. The Run Wage app that I have developed and finally launched is now available for iOS. So if you did have an iPhone, weren't able to download it when it was only available on Android, it is now on the App Store. Go into the App Store on your phone, download the Run Wage app. That's RUN capital WAGE. There's a little green guy on the icon, on a white icon. So that's what the icon looks like. Download it today. If you're trying to get more fit for the summer, or if whatever you're trying to do as far as holding yourself accountable towards a running goal, there's a couple programs in there. Download it today. It is on both Android and the Apple app stores. So got to put that little plug in there for my own business and my own app. So now we're going to wrap up the show. As always, thank you all for joining. Dan Hafner signing off. Make it a great rest of your day.
Thank you for listening to the Run Your Day podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's show. If you did, feel free to share today's show with friends and family. Until next time, have a great day.